What I'd like to do is welcome you all this afternoon into what's actually a very special event here at Geospatial World Forum. And it's an event that actually is about the young people amongst us, and I'll explain why. This is to recognise the work of our rising stars, who are all 39 or under, or were when the competition went out late last year. And these are those that are here at Geospatial World Forum that were selected through that competition. And shortly I'm going to ask 4 leaders to come up and just say a few words about why we think this is a really important, the contribution you make is really important, and why recognising it is really important too. I was young once, believe it or not, and when I was young, when I was your sort of age, I was leading 100 geospatial soldiers in Bosnia. It's probably the hardest thing I ever did. From then on, life got easier. But what I was really pleased at is someone who's not here, a chap called Wayne, one of those soldiers, not in my time, but later on, in the Royal Engineer Geographic community in the UK, has actually been recognised as well on this list. Why do we have this rising stars? Why did Geospatial World start it? Well, about 3 years ago, a group of folks was sitting in a room or on Zoom, actually probably on Zoom because COVID times, and there was a real thought, there was a gap, there was something missing in the way we recognise success, recognise potential in our community. And particularly those that are playing a part in leadership, developing innovation. And so Geospatial World said, yeah, let's set up Geospatial World, Geospatial Rising Stars. And poor old Sarah, stood at the back, was sort of looked at and went away and organised it. And has done a cracking job, and I'll come back to that in a minute. This is the 3rd set of Rising Stars Awards. And I just want to say a few points about this. First of all, you're from across the geospatial ecosystem. This is not mapping agencies or industry or anything in particular. People have won awards from across the entire ecosystem. The second point I'd like to make is that there were many times more nominations than awards. A fact, I don't know the fact, Sarah probably does, but many times. So it's not easy to get an award. And as a judge, and there were judges, and I'll mention the others in a second, as a judge it took a lot of time and effort to differentiate, to select the 50. And I'd also say we would have hated to have to select the top out of those 50 because it would be nigh on impossible. I'm just trying to stress the quality. But I also want to thank the 2 fellow judges, Sarah Hisham at the back. Sarah has worked tirelessly on this, but also a judge. And actually, we had a rising star from last year as a judge as well. And I'll just check Alex Harper, who's not here, but he was a judge as well. So someone from your Rising Stars community was doing the judging this year, which I think is tremendous. I've mentioned that the talent is truly global. Every continent in the world represented, except one. Any thoughts? Antarctica, exactly. So there's a challenge for us next year. We've got to find someone from Antarctica. But that's great too. And as I say, it's not just industry, it's not just mapping agents. Academia's here are those who are doing great work in their local communities, in civil society too. I think the last point I want to make, and I make it not because it's relevant necessarily to you, but it's relevant to all of us in the room. There are, each year of 3 years, less women than men nominated, but more women than men getting awards. And there's a message in there somewhere, for all of us about equality across the entire spectrum of the people in our organisations. And some of you are known to me. Some people who are here are known to me. And I'll just mention them because I want to just tell you about the standard we're talking about here. So Patrick from Burkina Faso, he's implementing the first geospatially enabled SDG data hub in Africa. And I've heard him tell his senior colleagues, when they say, oh, it can't be done, he says, yes, it can, and goes away and does it. There is Gwendolyn from Germany, who created a United Nations Integrated Geospatial Information Framework action plan for Germany to make sure that Germany was on the right track with its geospatial capability development. I think I've seen Caroline in the room. I knew Caroline, met her in East Africa, where Ordnance Survey was delivering projects. And she was involved in bringing much better outcomes to society out there. Christian from Chile. Christian, I met on Zoom actually during COVID, and he was one of the first leaders working with the SDG Data Alliance to try and create action plans in his country, looking towards better geospatial outcomes. So these are all fantastic achievements by people in this room, and it just sets the standard, sets the bar at the right standard and the high standard for all of us. Those are not necessarily reasons for their awards, by the way, it's just my personal recollections. But I'm not going to say any more. I'm going to ask for industry leaders just to come forward and say a quick word about why what you have done is important, why your recognition is important. And I'm going to ask Nigel and Greg and Barbara. Have we got Barbara? Grab her. Barbara and also Shiva, if they could come forward just to say their words, because it's easier from the front. Just watch this. Well, Nigel, you please.
Yeah. Okay. So, well, congratulations. I see some young faces. I see some not so young faces who gate crashed your party. Oh, hello. Pure coincidence. I thought you were one of the awardees. It's okay. I guess I got three maybe bits of advice rather than just talking about why this is important. I think the first one is continue to be endlessly enthusiastic, because everyone wants energy and enthusiasm on their team, and that's clearly what you bring in an abundance. I think secondly, seize opportunities. So they will mark you out both in your organisation, on your CV, in your experience. So just grab every interesting opportunity that comes your way. And then the third thing is build your network. Now this is a great start, and I'm really lucky that I kind of stumbled into the geospatial community about 8 years ago, and it is just such a lovely place to be. So if you have an issue, if you've hit a dead end, then don't hesitate. Just look around your network, and there'll be links, and there'll be links, and there'll be links, and someone will reach out a hand and help you. I can pretty well guarantee that, given the character of the geospatial community. And then I think coming to why this is important, we're seeing big changes. I mean, every day in every session, we've had discussions about new technology, new data, new players, new consortia coming into this industry. And we've also got new stressors, or the extension of stressors on the planet. So whether that's aging population, whether that is biodiversity crises, climate crises, and these need the best and brightest attached to it. And it needs fresh thinking. So candidly, you will hear, and I think you referenced this, John, it can't be done, or we've tried that before. And it's only those people who haven't tried it before who can actually say, well, maybe you tried it, but maybe you weren't very good at it, or maybe we should try it in a slightly different way. So I think, continue to be bold and challenge those assumptions and come up with some radical new ideas for the radical new problems and opportunities that we've got. Thank you.
Great.
Thanks, Nigel. I guess one thing to learn when you're young is to learn from others, and I've learned to never try and follow Nigel. To say some words, because he kind of says it all. But there's two things. I'm a visual person. There's two things wrong with this here. One, get rid of the rising. Okay, you're not rising. You're stars. Two, you're not in a box. You're outside the box. That's what's important. Don't ever let yourselves be contained within a box, within boundaries, within borders. Expand your horizons, because you are the youth of the world that is going to look after the mess we've created. Okay? So just keep on doing it. Be brave. You will take pitfalls and you'll take wins. But the thing is being able to take that journey and be true to yourselves and really, really enjoy it as you go. And my last point is bring others with you. Bring others along, because that's when you actually get that growing community. But you're not rising stars, you are stars. And I think just to see this in the broad diversity and geography coming from the UN, we get bashed a lot because we don't have a lot of young people. And this is why this initiative is so important. And to see it also contributing to the work we do, as you say, people like Gwendolyn and Patrick and others are actually working towards our agenda as well. So all the best and congratulations. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, so again, I don't have to say how great it is for all of you because you're already here, so you won the award. And to your point, John, next year we have to conduct Antarctica Got Talent competition to find somebody from there. But more than anything else, if you look at the world today, climate change is a big problem. And we are in the industry where we can make a big change. So as you go progress in your careers, there will always be opportunities to make a difference that will make life better for other people. Not just in your career, but there will be other voluntary opportunities and other advisory opportunities. Look beyond your career, but because we are in this industry where we can really make a difference to people's lives, whatever opportunity comes your way, take it, grab it, and then bring other people along with you. And then the second piece is networking is a great thing. And then when we were growing up, everybody told us do networking. But the mistakes that we made was we always networked with the people in the same industry or the same type of work that we do. Now, as John mentioned, there is a wide variety of people here who are coming from so many different areas and industries. So try to network with people who are not directly in your area of interest, but they're doing something different. So that way that will enhance your horizons and you'll also see people's point of view from a different side. So that will give you a much broader perspective. So those are the two things I really want you guys to take to heart. Thank you. Since you are rising stars and today is Star Wars Day, may the force be with you.
How many times have we heard that today?
But this is the right occasion to say it.
Barbara.
Yeah, and John, sorry I missed your introductory comments. We were closing out another session. And Greg, the problem going at the end is everything's been said. So I know it's tough to follow Nigel, but it's even tougher to be at the end. So just a couple points. First of all, congratulations. It's really remarkable. When I saw the Rising Stars poster, the big wall poster a day or two ago, it was just amazing seeing the diversity. Particularly for our sector, we all know geospatial information and Earth observations touch every person every day. Now, people around the world may not know it touches every person every day, but until we get the diversity that's shown in this room that represent that entire world's population, that's when I think there'll be a tipping point and we'll be able to get this message out about just how important the work we do is. I guess the only other thing I would say, because I absolutely agree with each of these comments that have been made about looking, don't turn any opportunities down and partner and collaborate. If you look at all of us, my guess is we have spent most of our careers in one organization, maybe two or something like that. And so that we know the dynamics and the demographics are way different for you. I think that's going to be good because it'll start to break down these barriers that we institutionally have because we've always been in one organization. And it's hard to kind of get out of your comfort zone there. But from a personal perspective, trust your gut. It took me a long time to trust my gut. I kind of would either want to follow my heart Or my head would say, well, you can't follow your heart, you know, your head is telling you to do this. And there's something about a gut feeling that I think does a really good job of integrating what your heart is telling you to do and what your head is telling you to do. And so just having confidence in your own intuition and in your gut is really, really important. And I have to tell you, I was probably 55 or 60 before I had the kind of confidence to actually trust my gut. So trust your gut and have fun, because let me just tell you, work takes a lot of time. And it's gotta be an energy source, not a sink. And if it turns out to be an energy sink, that tells you something. Then step out, make a change, because it's way too important what we're doing not to have 100% of your energy in all the time. So congratulations, you're the future.
I'm just protecting.
So now we begin our certificate felicitation. I will call the rising stars one by one. We'll start with Adam Grovenda. Alex Sweeney. Amarsh Chaturvedi. Amelia Napier.
Can we also have the name of the country?
UK.
Andrea Krupa, Canada. Antara Dasgupta, Luxembourg. Babatunde Aramu.
You're Nigeria, aren't you? Nigeria.
Brooke Hatcher. Caroline Gewart of the Netherlands. Christian Araneda, Chile. Eva Grobster, Poland. Francesca Noardo, Belgium. Gwendolyn Seidner, Germany. Hisham Gamal Ghaffar, Egypt. Julia Wolfman, Germany. Kimberly Worthy, Australia. Mark Muik, Austria. Matteo Emanuele, Italy. Priyanka, India. Jerry Murage, Kenya. Patrick Odraogo, Burkina Faso.
That's the UN candidate.
India. Sri Krishna Hari, USA/India. Stella Chelangat Mutai.
Another Kenya.
Tatiana Freitas, Brazil. Yasmin Al Hashmi, UAE. Francesca Noardo, Belgium.
She missed all the talks. That's really good timing. Absolutely. Sarah, thank you very much. And, is there anyone we've missed who's here as a rising star?
Can we have a good photograph for all the rising stars?
We will, but can we just
Okay.
wait a minute and do that at the end? So, well done all of you. And I'm not going to say anything further except to say one thing that none of the others said is follow your dreams. Whatever you do, follow your dreams. Now what we're going to do is just see whether anyone in the room wishes to make any really quick points or short points, including any of the stars that we've honoured today. If you do, please just stand up and introduce yourself and say something, and then sit down again. So,
I would like to say.
yes, please.
So, I think every points were mentioned, and one thing I would like to say from the heart of my mentor, that it's not about winning, it's about succeeding in life. So don't run after winning, but look after the success. And that's the manager that he sits here with me. So thank you, and thanks to the Precisely and this Geospatial World Forum who has given this opportunity to be here, represent. Coming from a small town, it's very difficult to be here and get this. It's the biggest achievement of my life.
Yes, I'll take the young one first. Here in the front, please. Yes.
Yeah, I would like to add on to what she was saying and to definitely follow your passion. And I would also like to thank our CEO who flew all the way across the US just to be here. I thought I just saw him here. Okay, anyway.
Right. Thank you. Sorry. At the back.
Yeah, just a few words. I'm very happy. You mentioned already a mentor. I think having a mentor is very important. I do mentoring of a few younger colleagues as well, because I find it very important that you keep your energy and your curiosity, and you shouldn't be slowed down by decision making. That can really take away energy. So always have a mentor who knows the way, so you can focus on your things and keep your energy. And I think if you don't do it for yourself, do it for your mentor. Because I think it was Milka Singh who said you should always go along with younger people to keep you young as well. So.
Yes, please.
Yeah. I'm Basant Srestha from Nepal. First of all, very many congratulations to all of you. For me, this is the best part of the conference. For, believe me, in my entire 32 years of career in the geospatial world, geospatial kind of work that I do, I think I have given focus on the youth, and without having a youth in any program, it is incomplete. So you make Geospatial World Forum very complete from that sense. The other point is, I think we are living in a very exciting time in terms of technology, in terms of innovation, in terms of enormous opportunity for us to make a difference, utilizing this knowledge, technology, and infrastructure. So you are in a very good field. So stick to this field, follow your passion, follow your dreams. Once again, many congratulations to all of you. And this is very close to my heart. Youth is really an important thing.
Having been on both sides when I was not as young as I am now, and, and on the other side, having seen the dream, lived the dream, failed the dream, and reliving the dream, one message that I would want to pass on is, if you have to fail fast, pivot quickly, and guys, GIS is not just GIS of yesteryears, what we used to believe. It's very immersed technology coming in from so many different directions. Make best use of all the sensors, all the chat GPTs, improve the UI UX, the experience that the youth which you represent of today want. And that will make it all the more powerful. And again, congratulations to this United Nations, Sanjay, that you actually brought here of youngsters. Congratulations. And round of applause.
Patrick, yes, please.
Okay, thank you. I'm Patrick from Burkina Faso. Sorry for my English because I'm not native from English country, but I try to speak in English. I'm very happy to be here, and I want to thank the Burkina Faso authority, and special thanks to the SDG Data Alliance for this project called SDG Data Hub. We try to implement for Burkina Faso. I want to thank all the Burkina Faso team, and special thanks to my Director General at Geographical Institute of Burkina Faso. Thank you for all. Thank you to all the rising stars.
Thank you.
Boa tarde. Vou chamar minha gêmea digital aqui.
Hello, so I'm her digital twin. I will translate my sister.
Quero agradecer muito esse presente, agradecer a Sara pela comunicação, que a linguagem não seja um obstáculo para que a gente saia daqui cheia de parcerias e para que vocês possam ir conhecer as meninas da Geo lá na Amazônia.
So on her behalf, she would like to thank everyone for the award, and she wanted to let you know that the language would not be a barrier for us, and she's inviting you all to go to the Amazon to know her project. And me as her sister, I would like to congratulate her because she's young and she has a lot of younger people that she mentors. So this is very important for me as a sister to see this as she's recognized. So thank you all in her behalf. Thank
you. Sanjay. In fact, let me just take. Yes, please.
Yeah, please.
I'd like to, as a rising star, give appreciation for this kind of event. 1 year ago, I did not know anything about GWF, and today I'm suddenly a rising star. So I'd like to just advise my fellow rising stars that it's not really about applying for awards or nominations or getting chosen, but it's really about doing work that matters, because somebody recognized my work and nominated me. and I came to learn a lot from this conference. And I would like to say, after this, if anyone wants to connect Rising Stars, please let's link up later.
Yeah. He didn't follow John's instructions.
Thank you, Jafar. So first of all, like John, I used to be also young at some time, and after 5 failures in my life, it was very quick, in 6-7 years, I came to Geospatial, and I must say that at the age of 27, I was patronized, guided, mentored by the best of the scientists in the country, and they were very senior scientists, and I had that privilege, because of which probably I could do something in my life. And I think we all are doing great work, and you all are brave and you have passion, so you have everything what you need. Just go ahead, but at the same time also guide your youngsters as well, like who are younger to you. 2 things I wanted to announce, which are actually connected, which you should know. Geospatial World has been under the advisory, supervisory directions of a lot of our colleagues like John. Have also, where we started Rising Star, next year we started a Startup Catalyst. So if you go on the exhibit side, you will see 6 companies have been given a booth as part of our approach to promote the startups. And this evening we are also launching DEI initiative in partnership with several organizations. So all that initiatives are actually moving in that direction. And we are going to create a network of all of you from last 3 years. And we also have some very senior leaders like Charlie Trimble came in last year, Dr. Mohan Reddy came in, Stuart Martin came in, and then Kanwar Chadha and Bhupinder Singh. They have been actually guiding some of our rising stars, and they are making a commitment to actually come online, available for all of you to guide, or wherever you have any kind of mentorship needed. Mentorship is throughout your life. So I just wanted to announce that we are probably, based on all the suggestions and advisories, we are going to make it more interactive, more meaningful, and more institutional in coming times. Thank you very much.
Oh, yeah. So thank you for mentioning the startup practice. I went through it and I went to the website, but it's kind of restricted to just within India. So is there a way you're going to look forward to expanding into other rising stars?
It's not restricted. It started from India, so actually it's a kind of I know.
Yeah, we do. And
So we started from India. We are expanding it. So you will see some of the companies which are already been given a space here, which are not Indian companies. But we started from India, yes. So it is not yet fully operational globally, but we're going to make that operational global.
However, online it says your startup must be funded by an Indian citizen.
Yes, so the initiative which we launched was an Indian initiative. We started with India.
It's going to be expanded to the world.
Now we're expanding it to the world. So it will be very soon, you will see a global edition also being announced.
Awesome.
And as a very first step, the booths that you
Probably
see,
the
startups that you see on the floor, out of the 6 startups we have, 4 are international. So that's just one step further to reach out to the global startup audience.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Great. Well, I think that wraps up this afternoon's proceedings. Congratulations to all of you once again. You've all done great work, and you all will continue doing great work, and that's a real sense of achievement for you, and you can help bring along others. And also, you can, at next year's awards, try and encourage more managers, more people to be nominated, and make the life of the judges even more difficult. So for those rising stars, there's a photograph, I believe, Sarah, somewhere. Are we doing it at this end or outside? Yeah. So all the rising stars, please come down the front for a group photograph to close this. Everyone else, thank you very much for attending.
Sarah,